Hello everybody, and in today's video we are going to talk about the gacha situation in 3.8. I will talk about the equipment added as well as the elf gacha, but first of all let us talk about the equipment. As some of you might know, during the beta, 6 different 4-star equipment have been added to the game. 2 of them are free to play, a greatsword as well as a lance, while 4 of them are gacha only. The new divine key gauntlet, the 4-star signature stigmata lance as well as stigmata for the Randall, in addition to an unnamed physical stigmata set. However, miHoYo, the company behind Honkai Impact 3, made a post recently saying that they will delay the release of the gacha divine key gauntlet as well as the gacha unnamed physical stigmata set. They did not say when we will see them again, but they did confirm that they will not be available in 3.8 or 3.9. So if they want to put them again in the game, expect them to be at the earliest in 4.0. But this is just my own speculation, as they might delay it even further for another patch. Now, I am sure many of you are wondering why. Well, before we explain that, we also have to talk about the elf gacha situation. To put it simply, miHoYo made another post during the 3.8 beta that when 3.8 releases, there will be a permanent elf gacha and your elf gacha counter will carry on instead of it resetting. So if let's say you did 10 gacha rolls in 3.8, then in the next elf gacha, you will only have 90 rolls until a guarantee instead of 100. Also, they said that in 3.8, the Book of Fushi gacha will return again. But because of the post I mentioned earlier, they said that they will delay the Book of Fushi gacha until a later date. Just to reiterate myself, we do not know when they will put the Book of Fushi gacha again in the game, but they will not add it in 3.8 or 3.9. And just to put this into perspective, some people are speculating whether or not the elf gacha counter not resetting will also be delayed as well. Regardless though, why is any of this happening? Why delay the Book of Fushi gacha as well as the gacha equipment? Well, in essence, there are 2 reasons. First of all, if they kept the whole gacha situation with the equipment as it is, then we would have had 4 gacha exclusive equipment. The Durandal signature set as well as a divine key gauntlet in addition to an unnamed stigmata set. This in itself made a lot of people angry, but there is also the second reason. As you know, the Book of Fushi Elf was released in 3.7, and unless you were super lucky, then most likely you spent a lot of crystals or money to get it. After all, the Book of Fushi Elf is just released and it is very rare, so it will take a very long time before it will be released again in gacha. Not to mention, in 3.7, the gacha counter doesn't carry on for the elf gacha. Suffice to say, all of this motivated people to spend a lot of money on it in 3.7. But being told that the gacha counter will reset in 3.8 and the supposedly rare gacha elf Book of Fushi will appear again in 3.8, even though it is supposed to be exclusive to 3.7, meaning you will have to wait a very long time in order to see it again, well, let us say that a lot of Chinese players were not happy, so they complained to their own gov saying that miHoYo is scamming them. It didn't help that in 3.8, 4 different gacha equipment were added as well, making 3.8 very expensive if you want to have everything in it. As a result, miHoYo made a post recently saying that the divine key gauntlet as well as the unnamed physical stigmata set in addition to the Book of Fushi will not be released in 3.8 or 3.9. Instead, in 3.8 we will have the Silun gacha, but as I said, we still do not know if they will actually implement your counter carrying on from one elf gacha to another. Some people are speculating this might be delayed as well, but we will have to wait and see. Still, the question remains, why would they release the Book of Fushi gacha this soon? And why introduce 2 more gacha equipment? Well, my own theory or my own speculation is because of Post Odyssey. As many of you know, Post Odyssey is essentially its own game, but there is one problem in it. I honestly do not know how miHoYo is going to monetize this mode. All the characters in it so far can be unlocked in story mode, and the progression in it seems to be by just playing the actual game. The closest I could think of is having some skills in the skill tree for the characters being locked until you own a certain Valkyrie at a certain rank. But even then, all the Valkyries are free to play that I have seen so far, and to be honest with you, I do not think that this is is a good way to make money from post-Honkai Odyssey. Not to mention, the free-to-play Great Sword is a reward from just playing Honkai Impact Odyssey, and you get 3 Honkai cores. Again, by just playing Honkai Post Odyssey, you get 3 Honkai cores and a free 4-star Great Sword. Combine that with Durandal being a free-to-play A-rank Valkyrie, then the only reasonable way for MiHoYo to monetize 3.8 was through the signature Lance and signature Stigmata for A-rank Durandal. Even if 3.8 doesn't just have Durandal, it also has Post-Honkai Odyssey, a completely new game by itself. So my theory is that they added 2 more gacha equipment to 3.8 as well as reintroducing the Book of Fushi Elf in order to balance the amount of free-to-play content. However, by doing this, they made 3.8 possibly the most expensive update to the game, and the people who spent money on the Book of Fushi Elf in 3.7 felt extremely cheated by MiHoYo. Now, not everybody, but I can understand those who did. Personally, I understand both sides of the story, and while I do not think that MiHoYo has any malice in what they did, I still think there is a much better way in implementing these changes in 3.8. But that is just my own opinion, so please tell me yours in the comments below. Do you agree with MiHoYo's move to postpone the gacha equipment? Do you think that what they did was the right thing? Please tell me in the comments because I am very interested in reading your opinion. And if you want to be updated to anything in relation to Honkai Impact 3, then please consider subscribing, rating, and sharing, as it does help the channel a lot. In addition, if you want, you can join our Discord, where I would like to thank Owl My God as always, because I did not understand the news until I talked with him. So again, thank you very much, Owl My God. But until my next video, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.